Yeah, I'm out here hiking around today in the woods. Kind of back to my little retreat in the forest. Uh, Beautiful up here. I'm on a kind of a mountain today. It's quite a ways up, and there's not too many people up here. But I do run into occasional people on this trail here. You know, um, they walk by, and I notice how each one is a little different. You know, the people are like fingerprints. No two are exactly alike. They're like snowflakes. No two are exactly alike, and I dare say that there's not two things exactly alike any place, because just space and time makes everything unique. I can look at this leaf here, you know, and it's in that space right there, and that at this time, and there cannot be any other leaf in that space at this time. So it's time and space that make everything unique. Time and space make everything unique. Yet we're all one. Yet we're all one. We're also all one. So even though there's the uniqueness that time and space bring to the body of creation, we are still one body of creation. We're still one body of Christ. We're still one in the mind of God. And we can begin to appreciate the uniqueness that time and space give when we look deeply and understand that this moment will be gone in a moment. And what it's offering me right now, as far as its experience, is only for now. And then the very plant that we're looking at here, by the time we take that second glance at it, all the atoms have rearranged in it, the sun's hitting it differently. It's a different plant. Jesus, in the book of Revelation in the Bible, he said, "Behold, I make all things new." And there is a newness to everything. And if we can only see that newness, would we ever get bored again? It would no longer be the same old world if we tune in to the newness that's always here, the freshness that's always here. Because we're living in a very fresh, pristine, clean, clear place. And as soon as we step out of our notions and ideas of what things are, thinking that we know what they are, then we can begin to see the newness and the freshness by opening ourselves to see and hear without judging. And when we see and hear without judging, then we see things as they really are. And we begin to recognize the newness that each moment brings to everything. And then we stand in awe. Then we're like, our mouths are just hanging there open, like we seen a big mountain for the first time. It's like, you know, and we can live in that state of awe. We can abide there, but it takes practice. It takes practice. But because we've had years and years of practice in making judgments rather than just looking at things for what they are when they're there, we've got to drop all that. And so Just the way we practice making judgments, we have to practice being unjudgmental and being mindful and being resolved, not ambitious. This isn't for the ambitious, but to be resolved, to abide in the moment. And there's practices that help us with that. Listening to our breath, feeling it, being aware of when our feet are touching the ground when we're walking, and putting that consciousness into a practice throughout the day, towards it helps us stay grounded in the reality of the space-time that we're in, and not miss it. See, if you're missing stuff, if you're in your head missing stuff, you're not experiencing the fullness that Jesus promised, the abundance. You're not experiencing that if you're lost in your mind, if you're lost in the cares of tomorrow, if you're lost in the regrets of yesterday, and you're not focused on what's here now. You're not really. You're like he said that. Told a person one time, he said, let the dead bury their dead. Come follow me. Come follow this way of being aware of bringing your presence to what's here. And that's where you get the abundant life. That's where you find that flow, that. I can't even put it into words. I just go, that is what's flowing from your dantian, your belly, your inner being. That. It's not overpowering and being forceful. But it brings such a deep peace that it brings everything into stillness. It stops things in their tracks. With such awe and wonder that deer in the headlight look, yeah. You don't have to force to bring about change. All you have to do is be the light that the deer see in awe. Be that light. Be that light today. Be that light by bringing your awareness to the world you're in, by bringing the love that you are into the world you're in, and be the light of the world that you are. And when you are the light of the world that you are, it's a pretty bright world. It's not hopeless. It's not. It's a pretty good space and time to be you. Guys, I love you. Have a great day, and I hopefully this is helping somebody. I know it helps me. Take care.